Built on Faith Homestead, where we like to talk about tiny houses and gardening and raising animals and wild edibles, and we like to talk about the Lord and a few current events along the way. Today, I'm going to take you around and show you a little garden update, an animal update, show you some baby rabbits. We're going to check on some mama rabbits, and we are going to, of course, feed and water and all that stuff, and then we'll give you a little garden update. And I want to focus on weeding our garden this morning. We've had some rain. Weeds are going to be easy to pull, and I want to talk about weeding your garden, give you some helpful tips, or at least what we do. I don't know if it'll be helpful, but it's what we do, and it seems to work well for us. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe you do something way better than what we do, and I get that. But we'll show you kind of what we're going to do today. So stick around for that. But we're going to get started working this morning. It is windy, guys. I know my audio is going to be terrible. My apologies. We don't have the fancy equipment to eliminate the wind, and it is just windy. We got a cold front coming through, and there's a lot of wind out ahead of it. So sorry about the sound of the hurricane going on in your video here, but we will show you guys kind of what we're doing today. Just to show you guys what kind of wind we got, I flipped my tarp up so I could work with these rabbits. And look at that thing, man. That tarp is going berserk. So, in here, you can't really see them, but there are, I can feel them. There's some baby rabbits in here. She's just had them within the last, she pulled fur 2 days ago, so probably either 2 days ago or yesterday she had them. And they're in there, I can feel them, but I don't want to mess with them too much, and I want to be quick. I want to get this tarp over so it don't blow too much of her fur around, because like I said, there is that, we're talking like lows in the 40s. These brand new babies, we want to make sure they stay warm in that fur. So we'll get that pulled apart, but we'll show you some others. This girl never did have her babies. She never pulled fur or anything, so I'm guessing she did not get pregnant last time we tried to breed. She's a youngin', so we'll try that again. Scarface's babies here. Let's see. There you guys go. Cuteness factor. Every one of them black, which is surprising. She's never had an all black litter. So here's mama. Daddy's black, but every one of these guys black. But cuteness factor way up there. Now you look at her nest and she ain't got no fur or straw or nothing. She's dug every bit of it out. I'm guessing because it's been hot the last few days, and I know I spoke about that cold front, but they'll be just fine. They got plenty of fur and all that good stuff. They will be just fine with that little cold front coming through. Fat and happy little babies hanging out in there. Let's go on to the next one. Look at these guys. Hey mama, I call this one wild. She's not wild, but she's colored like a wild rabbit, and so I think she's kind of pretty. But here you guys go. Here are her babies. Now she don't have near as many of them. I think she's only got 4, but they are all doing really, really well. And so I'll take 4 extremely healthy babies over 10 of them, and only 1 healthy one. You coming to check us out? You can't see him really. Hi, buddy. So that is a baby rabbit update. Everyone seems to be doing good. We'll leave them be, and we'll get this tarp back over so that fur don't blow out of those brand new babies' little pen. Don't make fun of our feed buckets. These little canisters, or these little buckets, my kids got them for Easter. They had little, I forgot what they had in them, truthfully, but they're metal, and they're little bitty, and they work just perfect for the amount of feed I like to give our rabbits every day, right? And it's easy for the girls. I just scoop them full and then dump it in, right into their little feeder. I'm recording this to tell you guys, your kids or somebody gets something like this and you want to throw it away, I get it, right? If you already got something you really like using. But other than that, man, you can put these things to work, at least for a little while. They're flimsy and gonna break apart one of these days, but while we got them, we're gonna use them. Say good morning, chickies. These guys seem to be growing well, fattening up. looking good. Not having any issues out of them so far, so we like that. Got them some feed, started mixing in some regular chicken feed for them, along with their chick mix, little baby chick mix, water. You notice there's not a lot of feed in that little feeder, but there's a ton of feed out around it. I like to try to make my chickens eat that stuff, man. So I'll take it easy on giving them feed till they get some of that ate up. These guys won't eat it up very well, but they'll at least eat some of it up. And it's really just to promote less food waste, man, because that stuff ain't cheap. I like for them to be eating that grass that's poking through there as much as possible, and the bugs and such. But this just kind of gets them started doing that kind of stuff. But here's the newest baby chickens, the blessings that was given to us. What a blessing it was. I don't know what kind they are. I don't guess it really matters to me, to be honest with you. That one obviously has a little bit of barred rock in him, or her, or whatever it is. I don't know if these guys are just like cinnamons or what. And then that one's obviously a little different than the rest of them. If you know what kind of birds they are, feel free to comment down below and let us know. But once again, like I said, I don't guess it really matters much to me. But looking good this morning, guys. Now we'll go over here and take a gander at our barred rocks. I want to show you guys something about these tractors. This is where they were. We had them here a little too long, but you can see the little square they was in. This right here is the little square they was in previously, and it is growing back thicker than the spots before. Now, except for that little spot right there. I don't know what's going on here, but it is not growing at all. You get a spot like this. I had left these birds there too long, and I'll have to take my disc in here and break that up, and then I'll reseed it. But these little spots start to fill back in with grass, and that grass will come back thicker, prettier, and healthier than the grass out around it. It just will, from them birds fertilizing it. It seems to work really well. So anyhow, there's that. Here's our barred rocks. Come take a look at these guys. They're growing like crazy. So howdy do, Mr. Barred Rock Chickens, or Mrs. Barred Rock Chickens. You guys doing good? Really, I need to move them a couple times a week, and it just gets hard. I have to get Melissa in here to help me and keep them from getting crushed and ran over and all that kind of stuff. And when you got kids, it's hard to get everything lined up just right. But here they are, man, and growing, flat growing. It won't be long. They'll be laying eggs, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, how you guys doing? These guys were just little guys when we brought them in, and they are flat. Oh, the door moved, scared you guys. Flat growing. I'm excited to see how they do with eggs and those kinds of things. Yeah, say howdy. Alright. Well, there's the update on the animals. Anyhow, I'd show you our free rangers, but of course they're out and about. Rooster's up here because I'm up here. He's making sure that I'm... Oh, you gonna crow for us this morning? He's making sure I'm behaving myself. See if I can get him to crow again. I like messing with him. Alright, let's see if we got any eggs this morning. Yeah, you better walk away. Hey, quit your mouthing. Alright guys, I promised you to give you a weeding tip, or a something that we follow, and I'll show you guys about that, and we'll go from there. As you will see from a video I recorded last night, the weeds are starting to take over a little bit, and so it would be better to actually been out ahead of them further than I have been. But it wasn't too awful terrible, but it was getting dark on me, so I couldn't finish recording last night, so we'll show you. So our rows here with our onions and lettuce at the end of it down there. As you can see in the middle of this row is quite a bit of grass and weeds growing up. Within the row, I got most of the weeds out last night. Here once again is our lettuce and our some radishes and such. Some more radishes and beets and such. Some turnips. Now, I will do batches of these in the fall as well, and they'll actually do a little bit better in the fall, but you can get some from the spring, and so we'll let them grow and get some goodies off of them in the spring, and then we'll do them again in the fall and winter time here. But these few rows, these very earliest rows that I did right through here, they're weedy, and so now is the time, or a little bit before this actually, but we got a little bit of rain, and so now it's a good time to get in here and do some weeding, do some working. Most of these rows up through here, of course, they've just got put in. They don't have much for weeds. There's a few around our tomatoes. A couple of these tomato plants I'm gonna have to redo, man. They just didn't take very well. But most of them seem to be doing pretty good, growing pretty well. Pepper plants the same way. Pretty much all of them took pretty good. There's a couple of them I'm gonna have to rebuy a few handful of them and replant them and go from there. But those are all seem to be doing pretty well. And then we'll show you guys, we have got, not here, that's the banana pepper rows, but we've got cucumbers starting to come up, which is good. I had a chicken issue. I had some chickens get in here and decimate part of our raised row here. So we'll give that some time to grow and see if we get any cucumbers to come up in there. But we got some cucumbers coming up, which is good. I might have to get a few more seeds and try to replant some and keep the chickens out. But we are growing. We have officially started some from seed, some from plants, and everything seems to be growing, which is good. And then you can see our row after row after row down through there of food, potential food. We'll take you guys and show you guys a quick update on the potato tower as well, and our little herbs, where our herbs are. Here is one of the herb deals, the one we planted way too densely. I'm not sure what this is still. I'm leaning towards cilantro. If you know what this is, please comment below and help us out. I should know, we planted it, but boy, I forgot since then. But it seems to be doing well. Of course, we've had a lot of rain, which is probably why it's doing well, because it's so densely planted. Here, see, this needs some weeding, but what you see there is a little bit of dill sprouts coming up. So we'll have some dill to put into our dill pickles. Herbs are new to us. I've never really grown much for herbs, but we are trying. Now, here is our famous potato tower. It seems to be doing very, very well. I told my wife the other day, if there's half as many taters as there is plants, we'll be doing okay. I need to get out here. You can tell some of these plants, right, they're starting to fall down. I need to get in here and probably tie some of them up. But that way I can weed around it and weed eat and mow and not run over nothing. But we have a tower so far, at least full of potato plants. So I'm hoping this whole big thing is flat getting full of taters is what I'm hoping. It seems to be doing really, really well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it does. Remembering that while this looks like a whole bunch of plants, the top of this has got plants through the center. But these plants on the side, them potatoes are right at the edges kind of. And I'm hoping that they will make their way to the center of this thing, because we pretty heavily rabbit manured the middle of this, so that the roots will be searching for that nutrients, and that nutrients will be in the middle of this thing. But here we go, right? Potato tower seems to be looking good, growing like crazy. exciting. If this grows really well, we did 50 pounds in here. Next year we may do 100 pounds if it does really well. Go ahead and fill it pretty close to the top with all this stuff. The only thing is, I know the higher we get it, the more pressure will be on the bottom levels, which means they may have more trouble growing. I'm not sure. It may be do better just to do another one of these about half full. I could probably even cut this one, come down through here with a grinder or something and cut these down through here, and then use this top part and do another close to 50 pounds in it. Maybe that'd be wiser, I don't know. But anyway, it seems to be doing its thing, which is encouraging. Guys, this is exciting times for us around here. Getting things ready to go. Wife's getting excited to can. A little bit nervous with 3 kids and canning. We'll definitely have to ask for help. But on to the weeding. We got these few rows, maybe 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 rows that were real weedy. And so it's been raining. It's a good time to pull weeds where you can actually get the roots up. So I'll go down the rows and I'll pull all the weeds out, and I'll kind of toss them into the middle of the rows. And now I'll come down with a hoe, a garden hoe, and I'll come down and try to get the stuff out of the middle best I can. I do want to say these rows being up like this has made it easier to pull weeds. They're a little higher. I can sit on a bucket and work my way down through here, or I can just kind of straddle the row and hunch over and walk down and pull weeds. That works really well. But my tip is this, with weeds, stay out ahead of it. As soon as you are able to distinguish between a weed and a plant, get out ahead of it. There's lots of things you can do. I could, especially in between the rows, I could mulch with like old hay or straw or something like that. That would be nice probably to do. I'm not going to, but that would be nice. Mostly because I don't have any hay or straw to use. But that would be a good thing to do. When I was growing up, we did a lot of newspaper and straw, and boy, it makes for a pretty garden. With that bright yellow straw in there, and there's like no weeds, and you just got the plants coming up, and boy, it looks really pretty. But what I have found is over the years, it seems like it just took more water whenever it was that way. To penetrate that newspaper and get down into your soil, it just took more water than what I liked. If you got a very much rain, that water would just kind of run off your garden and wouldn't soak down into the soil. And so I have done just a heavy layer of straw or hay, and that seems to work fairly well to keep them weeds choked out. But I think still the very best thing you can possibly do for weed control is the old-fashioned hard work way, and that's just to get out and handle it and take care of it. I'm blessed in that my wife really likes to weed, so if the kids are napping or whatever, she likes to come out here and pull weeds, and she actually enjoys it. She's weird, I don't get it, but that's what she enjoys doing that. I don't enjoy the weeding. I enjoy the planting, which most people don't enjoy. And I enjoy taking care of the plants. I enjoy, we'll put up some T-post and some sort of either cattle panels, or I actually think I'm going to go to like a welded wire type, I'll show you guys, fence. For our tomatoes and our cucumbers to tie off to and grow up to. And I enjoy all that. I enjoy getting out and harvesting the plants and washing them and all that. I enjoy all of that. But the pulling the weeds isn't really the most fun part. But you can enjoy it. If you'll come out here, maybe you've got a Bible app on your phone and you can play your Bible app on your phone. Maybe you've got something you want to listen to, some preacher or teacher, maybe some channel that you like watching or listening to. Maybe you like to listen to our tiny house talks, right? You don't have to be able to look at it. You can just listen to it and go out and weed your garden. Or maybe you like to get away from all of that, which is what I would suggest probably is the best thing, and just talk to the good Lord while you're out here working. It's a good thing to do. I need to get to work weeding this garden. And getting something actually done instead of talking. I want to show you guys the after weeding, right? How much better this all looks. Once again, just trying to stay ahead of the weeds a little bit. I'm not too worried about this edge here beside these onions, because I'll just mow down through here and it'll go real well. And here's what our dill's looking like now that we got some of the weeds out. So looking a little bit better. Just staying ahead. Just trying to stay ahead a little bit on the garden. We've got some more exciting news along the way. So stick around with us. Please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We have got things like goat pens coming up. We have got things like possibly a Jersey heifer showing up, and a few other things in the works. And so stick around with us. Please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy the journey with us, and hopefully we can teach you something along the way. And we really feel and really hope that you feel the Lord as we go on about our way. And we will catch you guys next time.